Hi everyone, Dr. Tom Narrow here with my PT. I'm going to show you some exercises that you can do for your core. Now this will be helpful for your back if you have any issues there, and it'll also be great for your posture. So before you start any exercise, please consult with your physician to make sure it is appropriate for you. So what we're going to do first is rotating through our midsection. So you're just going to turn your shoulders one way, turn your shoulders the other way. Now, as you do this, you may see how my legs and my hips are moving, so my pelvis is rotating at the same time that my shoulders are, and that's what we're looking for. So just rotating through the entire body, all the way down from the feet. You can even include rotating through the head and the neck. That's it. Good. So now we're going to isolate this a little bit more. You're going to put your hands on your hips, and you're just going to rotate your shoulders, keeping your hips and your pelvis still. Now as you do this, you're going to notice a much more limited range of motion, and that's the point. You should feel more muscle tension and activity through your midsection. Very good. Next, we're going to do side bending. So you're going to reach down towards one leg and then to the other leg, back and forth. That's okay as you do this. Let your hips move out to the side. Very good. So we're going to do maybe 4 to 5 repetitions for demonstration purposes. So again, we're going to put our hands on the hips. And you're going to try to just move the upper body, your shoulders over your pelvis by keeping the lower body still and stable. Again, you will notice more activity through your midsection. And that's the point. That's what we're looking to achieve. So we're trying to work the core muscles in a variety of ways right now. And you might feel like you're sliding your shoulders over your pelvis, and that's exactly what we're doing. Next, I'm going to just turn to the side so you can see. Put your hands on your hips again, more towards your lower back, and you're going to bend backwards. Let your hips move forward as you do this. You might want to have your head come backwards. If you have any issues with dizziness or lightheadedness, I'd recommend that either you don't do this or be near something like a table or a chair just for balance. Something to hold on to if you have to. Good. So reaching the shoulders and the head backwards as the hips go forward. Very good. So now we're going to isolate this a little more without moving the hips or the legs. Just going to go backwards. Again, it's a much more limited motion. You should feel more tension in your back. Your chest is sticking out as you do this. And your abdominal muscles are more active to pull you back upright. Perfect. Okay, so next what we're going to do, I'm going to face you again. We're going to do a chopping motion. So put your hands together, all right? Reach over one of your shoulders, and you're going to come all the way down to the opposite hip. Over your shoulder and down to your hip. So as you do this, you want to keep your hips and your shoulders as still as possible, just moving your hands and your arms. And you might feel your abdominal muscles tighten up as you do this, which is fantastic. Good. So now we're going to switch to the other side, start over one shoulder, down to the opposite hip, and then back up again. So this mimics a chopping, like a wood chopping motion. Okay, keeping your hips and your shoulders as still as you can. Reaching one more time here. Excellent. Now we're going to bring our hands about shoulder height, and you're going to rotate the shoulders and the arms side to side, and try to keep your midsection and your shoulders still. Try to keep your trunk still. Now, by reaching and holding yourself at the lower part of your body, you're activating more of your abdominal muscles, and I can feel it working. I hope you can feel it too. Side to side, reaching, feeling those abdominal muscles activating. Good. Now we're going to take a break. Again, I'm going to turn to the side. We're going to be working more of the lower back muscles and engaging the hips. So this is what we call a hip hinge. You can put your hands on your hips. You're going to reach your butt back as your chest and shoulders come down. Now my back is staying fairly straight as I do this, maintaining a neutral spine. And I'm going to put my hands across my chest now so you can see from a different perspective. The hips come backwards, the shoulders come forward, my knees are slightly bent. This is not a squat, but this is hinging at the hips. Now, if I put my hands down in front of me, this might look like a deadlift, and that's exactly what we're working here. Hip hinging is the motion that you use when you're doing a deadlift. Excellent. So next, we're going to engage the knees and work a squat. So you imagine sitting back in a chair, reaching your butt behind you, bending more of your knees in this case, coming down and coming back upright. And you can have your hands in front of your chest or put your hands on your hips. Very good. So that completes our core exercise routine for today. I hope that you enjoyed practice. You can do more repetitions and a longer duration, and hopefully on a regular basis, it'll help you manage your back issues if you have that, or prevent back issues from occurring in the future. Thanks. Enjoy. Come back, see me again for more exercise training.